you're obviously here to go ahead and learn how a struggling stay-at-home mom went from making $2,500 her first 9 months online to making $10,981.17 in just 30 days, and exactly how you can too. And more specifically, what we're going to go ahead and share with you today is the 6-step profit maximizer formula Karen Richardson used to make $10,981.17 in her first 30 days with the Super Affiliate Network, and which has accounted for $17,000 worth of commissions in just her first 6 weeks. So no, she most definitely didn't slow down after those first 30 days. Now, when you stay on this webinar until the very end, I'm going to give you a very valuable free gift. These are my top 20 proven convert solo ad vendors that single-handedly allowed me to hit 6 figures by the age of just 24. Now, these are literally my most reliable traffic sources. Each source has produced sales like clockwork every single time, over and over and over again when I purchased from them, and they allowed me to be profitable in building my list of over 25,000 people, but more importantly, a list of just, countless hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of buyers, which is much more valuable than just a lead in of itself. So you're going to go ahead and get that gift at the very end of the webinar. Now, just some expectations to go ahead and let you know what's going to go ahead and go on in about the next 90 minutes. So this will go on for just about 90 minutes. Please eliminate all distractions. So go ahead, get off of Facebook, tune out of Gmail, go ahead, turn off Twitter, get off of Periscope, get off of whatever social media platform you're on right now. Give me your full attention. Please go ahead and take notes, all right? So studies show that when you go ahead and take notes, when going ahead and listening to something, watching something, going through training, you'll actually retain more of the information. So go ahead and do what you need to do to be present with me here now and also take notes. Also, we're going to go ahead and have question and answers at the very end of this webinar. So if you have questions, go ahead and take them when you're going ahead and making notes, and we'll go ahead and address them at the very end of this webinar. So guys, let me know with a quick yes in the comments box over to the right. Is that something that you can go ahead and agree to? Is that fair if I'm going to go ahead and have Karen give you her 6-step profit maximizer formula? Can you guys just go ahead and give me 90 minutes of your time, undivided attention, take notes, go ahead, take your questions down. We'll have question and answer at the end. We'll go ahead, cover everything that we need to go ahead and cover here today, but will you give me your undivided attention? Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box over to the right, and we'll go ahead and move on. Yes, 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 yes. I see the yeses flowing in. Awesome. So guys, having said that, I'm just going to give you a really mercifully brief introduction of who I am in case you don't know who I am. So I can go ahead and vouch for the speaker I'm bringing on here today. So my name is Misha Wilson. I'm the CEO of the Super Affiliate Network. I was a top earner in 2 opportunities before launching my own system, the Super Affiliate Network. Now, I took that business from 0 to its first $210,000 a month in just 3 months flat, and this is actually a little bit of proof from my Infusionsoft back office. Last month, we increased our sales by 161% and had a record month of $210,000 and $151. So I do know a thing or two about internet marketing, and the person that I'm going to go ahead and bring on and share with you and have her share her strategies to you knows a lot about marketing as well. I'm known as the youngest and fastest growing traffic and conversion expert on the internet, and I'm really known for my ability to bring cold traffic to websites and then turn that traffic into high-ticket buyers, a loyal following, and repeat customers moving down the road. But what's even cooler than all of that is I've actually helped multiple other marketers, Karen included, Ace and Rich, who you'll hear from in a little bit, John Pierre, who you already went ahead and heard from here today on this webinar, hit the 6-figure point in their own businesses. And that's really what I'm in this for. I mean, I love the marketing. I love actually going ahead and implementing everything I teach. But when I get emails from people saying that they just made their first sale from something I went ahead and shared, when I get emails from people saying they just had their first $10,000 a month, that's what just goes ahead and lights up my world. And just to be very clear, I don't share any of this to brag or to inflate my own ego, but more just because I have a philosophy, and that is that if I'm going to learn something from someone, I want to make sure that they know what they're going ahead and talking about before I go ahead and take the information that they share with me seriously, right? So I can absolutely vouch for the person that I'm going ahead and bringing on as a guest speaker. And as you can see, I have a little bit of experience in the online world, and I do know what I'm doing just a little bit. So having said that, here's what you're going to learn during this presentation. You're going to learn the 6-step plug-and-play system Karen Richardson used to make $17,000 in just 6 weeks here at the Super Affiliate Network. You're going to learn the single adjustment Karen made in her business to 20x her profits virtually overnight without any additional work. You're going to learn the 3 secrets Karen used to pick up and keep massive momentum, allowing her to make more and more and more every single month than she previously did in almost an entire year marketing online. You're also going to learn the exact system Mrs. X used in order to go ahead and self-fund a 6-day vacation, a working vacation on Maui, Hawaii, and how it will equate to her even earning more money and earning more money more quickly with less overall work. You're going to learn the one thing every 6, 7, and 8-figure earner has in common in their businesses that you don't, and exactly how you can actually start having it and using it in your own business starting as soon as next week. And no, it's not an email list. It's not an authority position in the marketplace. It's none of those common things that you associate with the top earners. You're going to learn that one thing at the end of this webinar. And most importantly, you're going to learn exactly how you can start using all 6 of the simple 6-step system that Karen's going to go ahead and share with you here today, starting as soon as next week with a very simple plug-and-play, done-for-you solution. Now, why is this important right now? Well, firstly, guys, are you excited about what you're going to go ahead and learn on this webinar? Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box. Do you want to learn Karen's secrets? Do you want to learn the one adjustment she made to 20x her profits? Do you want to learn how you can go ahead and make more money more quickly with less overall work? And do you want to learn the one thing every 6, 7, and 8-figure earner goes ahead and has in their business that you don't? Let me know with a quick yes. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. I see a bunch of yeses going ahead and flying in. Thank you so much for the engagement, all you guys. It makes this a whole lot more fun for me. Awesome. So let's go ahead and roll. So why is this important right now? Well, the truth is 97% of internet marketers are currently failing, and it's due to simply not having the right roadmap or formula in their businesses, all right? And that's exactly what Karen's going to go ahead and share with you here today on this webinar. Also, there's more and more shiny objects in the marketplace than ever before, thus increasing the likelihood of your failure 10 times. So if you don't have the information that Karen goes ahead and shares with you here today on this webinar, well, guess what? You're 10 times more likely to fail than ever before. Also, market saturation is making it harder and harder and harder every single day with increased competition online. And you know, the truth is, it's harder because there's more people online, but if you actually know what you're doing, most people are doing it dead wrong, so it's actually easier. So if you learn the strategies that we go ahead and present to you here today on this webinar, it'll actually separate you from the crowd, and your path to profits will be that much more direct. You'll also, the truth is that 3% of successful marketers are using strategy, all right, which we're going to discuss here today on this call, but you need a strategy. It's not just tactics. It's not just Facebook ads. It's not just, you know, PPV, PPZ, whatever they're selling, whatever hot, Snapchat, you know, Twitter scope, whatever the new hot item is on the marketplace, you need an overall strategy, and that's what we're going to go ahead and share on this webinar now today. So is this for you? Because when I go ahead and invest my time on webinars, I like to know the information, even if it's valuable, I like to know that it's actually going to help me and it's going to directly benefit me as an entrepreneur. So if you're a struggling home-based business owner looking to finally break through, this is absolutely for you. If you want to be secure in knowing that you can get traffic to your websites and then turn a profit in doing so using this simple 6-step system, this is absolutely for you. If you want to be able to make big sales on autopilot, thus giving you true time freedom, the one thing that we're really all in the end game for, this is absolutely for you. If you feel like you're spinning your wheels online and want to end the struggle, end the overwhelm, and end the frustration once and for all, this is for you. If you feel like you're working yourself to the bone without seeing any positive result in your online business, if you're spending countless hours behind your computer, you know, typing up blog posts, shooting YouTube videos, you know, making Twitter posts, creating Instagram photos, etc., just to get a few leads here and there, this is absolutely for you. If you're tired of your friends and family and peers going ahead and doubting your online business and just tired of the embarrassment associated with that and want to prove them all wrong, this is for you. If you're worried about being left behind due to the rapidly changing internet landscape, this is for you, as you're about to discover an evergreen process to make more sales and create more profits on demand, virtually guaranteed by going ahead and systematically repeating the process over and over and over again. So guys, if you're excited about this webinar, give me one more quick yes in the comments box over to the right. I'm getting a ton of engagement so far. It makes my life so much more fun. It'll go ahead and give Karen the green light to share her absolute best stuff. So let me know real quick, does this stuff make sense? Do you think this is for you? Do you think you're going to get value based on what I just went ahead and shared? Let me know with a comment over to the yes, over to the right. Yes, go Karen. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah. Karen, they are fired up. We got an awesome crowd here tonight. Cool guys, thank you for the engagement. It makes my life way more fun. So having said that, guys, I have some house rules, all right? And here's the deal. No get rich quick. I refuse to pander to the get rich quick mentality. The truth is, creating wealth, making money online, the only way to do it is to go ahead and work smart and work hard and go ahead and execute upon the strategies that will go ahead and teach you here tonight on this webinar. There is nothing for free. There's no such thing as, the push button, do nothing, get paid, magic unicorn system that'll print money on demand just by waking up and breathing in the morning, right? That simply doesn't exist. So if you're looking for that, this is probably the wrong place for you. No wanting the system to do all the work for you. So once again, I show you systems, I can give you resources, I can give you trainings that will do 95% of all of the hard work for you, but you're still going to have to go out and execute upon that 5% of activities to go ahead and bring momentum to your business, keep momentum, and go ahead and grow your business in a systematic and scalable fashion. So if you want the system to do all the hard work for you, this is absolutely not for you, and this webinar is most likely just going to be a waste of your time. Next, my results aren't even remotely typical. So just a few moments ago, I shared that I did $210,152 in a single month in just the third month of my new business. And the truth is, my results are not typical. The truth is that, to be honest, I choose not to be typical. I wake up early, I stay up late, I put in the hours, I learn the skill sets, I implement the skill sets, I take action, I try to go above and beyond every single day. I invest in myself, I invest in my own intellectual capital, and that allows my results to be not even remotely typical. Last, but certainly not least, most people who buy any how to make money online training or business opportunity won't make any money whatsoever. And the truth is, it's similar to the guy who buys the treadmill and then has the treadmill sit in their living room and more or less be their laundry hamper when they sit and they watch the NBA Finals and watch Steph Curry shoot three-pointers all day, right? The truth is that most people simply don't do anything with the information products, the systems, the resources that they go ahead and purchase. Thus, they don't go ahead and get any level of result from going ahead and not even implementing, just going ahead and making that buying decision. They make the buying decision and they think that buying decision alone should go ahead and get them results. I'm here to tell you that if you want to see the results, you have to make the buying decision, you have to invest in yourself, you have to consistently go ahead and invest in your own intellectual capital, build your skill sets, refine your skill sets, and then actually go ahead and implement the strategies that you learn in all of those courses. So guys, can you agree to these rules? Let me know with a yes in the comments box over to the right. Let me know with a quick yes that this stuff makes sense, that you understand there's no get rich quick, there's no do nothing getting paid, there's no, wanting the system to do all the hard work for you. If you understand that my results aren't typical because I decide not to be typical, I invest in myself, I invest in my intellectual capital, I invest in my education. And the truth is that most people who purchase anything online won't make any money because they simply don't do anything. Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box over to the right. Awesome, 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 awesome. I am not typical, awesome. Rex, that's what I like to hear. Cool. So guys, having said that, I have a shocking confession, all right? Yes, I absolutely do have an advantage over most of you in the marketplace. I have a big email list. I have a lot of social proof. I now have an authority positioning where I have testimonials and I have more and more stuff coming in every single day that makes it easier for me to go ahead and sell every single day, right? But the truth is, as you'll learn in just a few minutes when I fly through my story really quickly, because this really isn't about me, it's more about Karen, the truth is that my path to success in the online world was nothing but pain and struggle and overwhelm for a long time. And the truth is, if I would have found this information more quickly, the information that I'm about to share with you here today, the system I'm about to share with you here today on this webinar, my path to success would have been drastically shortcutted. And just to go ahead and prove that to you, I want to go ahead and show you a case study of other students of mine that I went ahead and shared the system and strategies that are very similar to what Karen's going to be sharing here today on this webinar, and just kind of let their results do the talking. So this is a couple named Ace and Rich. A lot of you know them. And let's go ahead and hear what they have to say about my training and my system.
Hi guys, I'm Anastasia, better known as Amy. And we are Ace and Rich, and we want to share a quick, powerful testimony of Misha Wilson, who has helped us earn $12K in 30 days using his coaching and his mentoring, and more importantly, his system. And we're so excited to share with you that we're going to be heading to Maui, Hawaii to get some more coaching from him. Because let me tell you guys, I can only imagine where we're going to be when we come back from that trip. Absolutely. So if you're looking for the right coaching, the right mentorship, then Misha Wilson is your guy. He can really teach you so much about affiliate marketing. I'm telling you, you will get the results. Not only that, I want to share something with you that's very important. I've been online since 2008, and I've been up that up and down roller coaster on the internet, and it's been a rough ride. And I will tell you, as any coach, as any mentor that I've been a part of, he's the only one that's giving results this quickly with internet marketing. Absolutely. So, you guys, while we're off to Hawaii, I'm telling you, look for Misha Wilson. Yes, definitely. Misha, thank you so much for what you done for us. We're so excited, so blessed to be coached and mentored by you. Looking forward to seeing you in Hawaii. Aloha. Take care.
So guys, don't you love those guys? I mean, how would that feel though? How cool would that be to get started? Go ahead, implement what you learned here today on this webinar, get out to a fast start, and make your first $12,000 in just the next 30 days. I mean, how much less stress would you have in your life? How much more financial and time freedom would you have to go ahead and spend with your kids? Just how would your life be different? Think about that for a minute and realize that the information that we're going to go ahead and share with you here today on this webinar and this system that I'm going to go ahead and share with you at the end of this webinar can be the catalyst to go ahead and bring you from that state of overwhelm, spinning your wheels, struggling with your online business, to actual quantifiable growth, and then very rapid growth, just like Ace and Rich went ahead and experienced when they got started, and then went ahead and took action based on what I taught them. So guys, the truth is it wasn't always like this for me, as I said just a moment ago. And once again, this isn't really about me though, so I'm just going to fly through my story, give you really the cliff notes, but just to go ahead and illustrate the point to you that I'm not a superhero. I'm nothing special. I don't have, anything that you don't. I simply choose to invest in myself, my skill sets, my intellectual capital, and go ahead and take action based on the things I learned. So I came online when I was 22 after dropping out of college. I got stuck in shiny object syndrome, buying one thing after the other with nothing working and with no real strategy, which you're going to go ahead and learn here today. I buried myself $9,755 in debt, wasting all of my money on unprofitable traffic campaigns, buying the next, hot, shiny object in the marketplace, and just doing everything completely and totally backwards, instead of actually learning a cut and dry strategy that when I went ahead and implemented would help me get into quantifiable growth mode. I was doubted by all of my family and friends. I got evicted from my home on Maui, Hawaii, and had to move halfway across the country to live in a tiny little apartment with my buddy going to college. I then couldn't afford to pay even my $380 rent bill in my tiny little apartment in the middle of Las Cruces, New Mexico. And that was almost the absolute low of the low. When I had to actually go ahead and move back in with my dad, that was like the ultimate moment of embarrassment. After I'd taken 2 years of my life, a year of my life, just invest myself fully into learning how to go ahead and build an online business, just to go ahead and get myself near $10,000 in debt, have to move halfway across the country, not even be able to pay $380 worth of rent, and then have to move back in with my dad. That was the low of the low. And I mean, thank God I stuck to it. I kept learning. I kept investing in myself. I kept going ahead and implementing the strategies that I was learning, and I finally broke through. And since breaking through, I now live an awesome life, get to travel all over the country, hang out with cool people, some of the best marketers in the world. I'm a sought-after speaker, trainer, and coach. I live back on the island of Maui, Hawaii, of course, not with my dad. And in general, I mean, I don't stress about the small things. I can go out to eat whenever I want. I don't need to go ahead and check, to see if my card will go ahead and get accepted when I go ahead and slide my debit card at the grocery store. And in general, life is just very fun for me now, but it's all because I went ahead and learned a strategy very similar to what I'm going to go ahead and share with you here today on this webinar, and went ahead and took action when I went ahead and learned it. So guys, having said that, are you ready to learn what Karen has to share here today on this webinar? How a struggling stay-at-home mom went from making $2,500 in her first 9 months online to banking $10,981.17 in just 30 days, and exactly how you can too, and more specifically the 6-step profit maximizer formula Karen used to make $10,981.17 in just 30 days, and exactly how you can too, and which has also gone ahead and accounted for $17,000 worth of commissions in just her first 6 weeks. So guys, in the chat box over to the right, give a warm welcome to my guest, Karen Richardson, and also let me know if you're excited for the content. Let me know if you're ready to go ahead and learn Karen's strategies, and let's go ahead and bring her out because she's crushing it in her business. She deserves the exposure, and I'm just happy to be a part of her growth in the online world. So Karen, let me go ahead and find you here. We're getting a ton of welcomes, ton of love here for you, Karen. So don't feel nervous, you got this, and let me go ahead and bring you out as the presenter, and we'll learn some of your secrets. Unmute. All right, Karen, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, guys, do you guys hear Karen? Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box if you hear Karen. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, everyone hears you. Everyone's fired up to learn your secrets, Karen. I mean, you've obviously had a huge impact in the community. You came on, you made $10,000 in 30 days. You then made $17,000 in your first 6 weeks alone. That's awesome results. Congratulations. And I mean, let's go ahead and hear kind of some of your secrets and just kind of, do you want to come out on camera? Do you want to just kind of present behind? I can keep it on this slide here, and you can walk us through the 6-step profit maximizer formula. How do you want to do this?
I think if people don't mind, I'll stick with the slide because it's 2 a.m. in the morning here, and
I gotcha.
Absolute best, I have to say.
I gotcha. Hey, we all got to hop on a webinar for the first time at some point, so I'm glad I could be part of it. And why don't you go ahead and walk people through it, and then I'll go ahead and take notes for people along the way so we can actually go ahead and have something documented for them to see. So go ahead and start walking us through what you're doing in your business, and then I'll chime in and go ahead and let you know what I think is working really well and what I think is having the most impact, and I think that's a good combination to go ahead and bring our audience a lot of value here today.
Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for the introduction, Misha. In fact, when you're presenting that slide with the information about me, I kind of have to pinch myself and say, is that really me? Is that really happening to me? It's happened so quickly, obviously using your systems, and it's just been incredible. And I just thought I'd give a little bit of a background as to where I've come from, so that people understand, you know, how what led me to find you guys, and really, you know, the struggles that I've encountered myself, so people realize this is, you know, this is not just them, it's happening everywhere. And I just want to try and, you know, qualify that a little bit. So I was actually a school secretary, and it was about this time last year I decided there had to be more to life. I've got 2 little boys who aren't at school, so, you know, they were in nursery, I was at work, and I couldn't spend the time with them that I wanted to spend with them. And I just, you know, I've always loved the online world, and I always thought, you know, there's got to be a way, I've got to find a way that I can create an income online. You know, I wasn't so interested in the laptop lifestyle, you know, traveling the world and what have you, but I just wanted that time freedom, that freedom that I could just spend with my family, do what I wanted, when I wanted, you know, so I didn't have to phone into work when my kids were sick and have that kind of embarrassing call, hey, I can't come in today, my children are sick. And I just wanted that independence, to know that it was my choice, you know, I could do what I wanted when I wanted. So, yeah, I started about a year ago online, and there's a lot of information out there. I was with another affiliate program, and, I got some great learning there. I got lots and lots of different systems. And to be honest, I spent a lot of money. In a year. I think I spent probably about $14,000 investing in myself, and, spend on advertising and And yeah, I just really wasn't getting anywhere. I was struggling to get leads. I was struggling with the leads I did get to convert those leads. And in that time, in sort of that 9-month period that I was doing this, I only made around $2,500. And I was kind of pleased with that, but it wasn't something I could live on. It wasn't it wasn't what I wanted. And to be honest, with the amount of debt that I was getting, I certainly wasn't breaking anywhere near even. And you introduced Ace and Rich earlier, and I knew them, and I saw they were having some really amazing success. So I approached them, and that's when they introduced me to the Super Affiliate Network. And awesome. Yeah, it really was awesome. And I signed up straight away, and I could see the value in the training within the first, few days of training. I was just completely blown away by what you guys have put together, because it really is completely actionable. But I would say, to start off, the first thing that really, really got me going was the traffic co-op. Now, I want to go into a bit of detail about what the traffic co-op is, because there's probably people listening who are going, I have no idea what you're talking about. And there are some people who are, in this webinar as well, who are in the system and will know, but I want to just go into a bit more detail about that. So, as part of the done-for-you systems within the Super Affiliate Network, Misha has created this traffic co-op whereby you can actually take your monthly budget and add it to other people's budgets, and Misha and the guys at the Super Affiliate Network will drive traffic for you. Now, the value in this was that you can really hit the ground running. I started marketing in my 3rd week with the Super Affiliate Network because I joined the co-op, and within days I was getting hundreds and hundreds of leads. I think I had about, sorry, what was that?
No, I remember seeing those screenshots on Facebook. It was cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was completely blown away with it. And, the great thing about the co-op is it gives you that initial momentum. It gets you going. And, so you're not struggling. You're not trying this system and that system to try and generate your leads. It's just such a huge boost from having, struggling to get a few leads a day to suddenly getting hundreds a day. I mean, it was just incredible. And I think with that first traffic co-op traffic drive that I did, I got about 1,000 leads, which was absolutely, amazing. And obviously, with those leads, I got some instant conversions into sales. Some people just jumped on straight away because the offer, you can opt in at the $1 offer to even just look at the system. It's too good to pass up. So you kind of get these, sales conversions just drop straight into your inbox. And right there, it's just fantastic social proof. So for the first day, I literally took a screenshot of my Aweber account, and I think it was showing 200 leads in on one day and then 300 leads in on another day. I mean, this is how many leads were coming in at that time. So this kind of brings me over to my second point, which is actually social sharing. And for me in particular, it was Facebook. And all I did was, because once I started that momentum, was I took those screen capture shots and I put one up on my Facebook wall, and I was just like, wow, check this out, this is incredible. And it's absolutely true. I've never seen so many leads in my life before. So, it's great for your own mindset as well, because you actually start this belief that, something's really going to happen here. This is quite special. And it didn't take long for me to get quite a lot of attention on Facebook from people saying, oh my goodness, how are you doing this? Tell me how you're doing this. And I would say that that thing of social sharing, and also I did a screenshot of my phone with the emails that were coming in saying, congratulations, you've got a commission. And I had about 6 in a row, and I just did a screenshot of my phone screen as well. And I just pasted that, and I was just like, you know, this system works. It makes you sales. And in a very short space of time, you know, people were asking me questions. How are you doing this? Can you give me some advice? You know, and they wanted to talk to me. And I think that was probably one of the most powerful things, that the social sharing. It probably quadrupled my business in like a couple of weeks. It was very, very powerful. So, you know, the great thing was, because I'd been through the training, I could talk with a huge amount of confidence to people about, you know, the system. And so, yeah, I was able to follow up on, you know, people asking me how I did it. I was happy to pass that advice. And I would say there is another very, very powerful tool that I use, and this is my third point, and that is video. And for those of you who aren't using video, you know, I do understand when you first get on video, it's incredibly nerve-wracking, and it's something you can build confidence with. It's something you just have to start doing. And the reason video is so powerful is because people connect with you as a person. They look at you, they watch your videos, and they feel like they know you, and you start that relationship, and it's a very powerful thing. And the most important thing in video is to be authentic and to show your true self. And you know, I found this incredibly powerful. I've also since progressed to doing Facebook Live, which, again, incredibly powerful tool. You know, this is all within Facebook. So I you know, when I started getting a few $1,000s, I did a video first off. And this is absolutely true story as well. I actually, the weekend before I discovered the Super Affiliate Network, I actually thought, you know what, I'm going to try some of this feng shui stuff. And I sorted out my prosperity corner in the house. And it was literally the very next day I found the Super Affiliate Network. And I just did this video, and it was kind of funny. You know, I was saying, look at this, you know, I did this feng shui thing, and this is what's happening. I've now made $3,000, because I think that's how much I made in my first week of marketing. And, you know, that got a lot of attention as well. And it was kind of fun. And, you know, I wasn't always pushing the sale. I was just talking about what was happening to me and sharing that social proof. And, you know, on Facebook Live, I've talked about my wins as well, and in particular my vision boards, and how I hit 2 of my biggest goals, which was to go back to Hawaii, because I went there on my honeymoon, and to have a 5-figure month. And to have hit both of those things in 1 month. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, crap. Hello, guys. Can you... I'm not sure if you can still hear me. My screen's gone blank. Okay. Hello, Misha? Can you hear me, guys? Oh, thanks, Marcus. You can still hear me. Okay, because my screen's gone blank. I can't hear Misha, so I wasn't sure what was happening. Sorry, what was that?
This is Jean-Pierre. So Misha had a technical difficulty.
Okay.
Yeah, living in the slums of Maui, sometimes internet have problems.
Okay.
He's figuring it out, but he'll be back shortly, I'm sure. Just keep on presenting.
Carry on. Okay, great. So I just suddenly had a load of messages ping up. Yes, we can still hear you. So thanks, guys. Thanks for the the backup there. So yeah, you know, get comfortable doing video, get comfortable starting to do Facebook Live. And the thing is, it's kind of fun as well. Once you get used to it, it becomes fun. And like I say, you become yourself, and a lot of people will just resonate with you, and the right people will resonate with you, and they'll want to join your team. And so really that was my third point that I wanted to say. Video, very, very, very powerful tool. You can upload it to YouTube. There's so many social sharing uses for video to spread your message. And but like I say, all of mine has been on Facebook so far, and that, I would say, video is probably one of the most powerful things I've used to gain, that like, no trust, and people coming to me, asking me the questions, asking me how I'm doing it. So that's how that's worked for me. And yes, I've also been sharing the success of others. And I think this is the beautiful thing about the Super Affiliate Network, is that I'm not the only one having success. I've watched people struggle for months and months and months in their affiliate marketing business. And, they've struggled like I have. And some of these people, in a year never even had one single sale. And it's just so wonderful to see that within their first, month, 6 weeks, that they're getting, their first sales or their...
Yeah, so...
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, I meant to put myself on mute.
Oh, okay. So yes, just being able to share, what other people have done as well, and quite some of those people have done videos. And, it is this thing of social sharing. It does bring a lot of traction into your business. But, as I said, with the co-op, that gives you the momentum to get you going. And then it's just a case of share, write blog posts, put posts on Facebook. You can tweet, or, whatever your favorite forum is. And I suggest that's where you should really dig deep and go for it. And so, when people have commented and they've asked me questions, and obviously I've connected with those people either through Messenger or on Skype, and just talk to them really about their progress and how they're doing, and, explaining what is going on at the, at the Super Affiliate Network, how, Misha has implemented this incredible system that explains, if you do A, B, and C, you will get these results. And you know what? You do. You really, really do. And I think a lot of people don't believe it until they see the training and they're in there, and it really is an incredible system. I think probably my fifth point is connecting with people as much as possible on Skype. And, on the phone, it's having that one-to-one contact. It's talking people through it. Again, it's building on that like, no trust that you have with video to start with. And it's that relationship. And then when people sign up, you maintain that relationship and you keep that one-to-one. And the same with members who sign up, who I haven't perhaps spoken to. They've come through the traffic co-op, they've come through my email marketing, and they've just gone straight into the system. We are given an email address and we are given a telephone number. And I'd say the most important thing is follow up, guys, is to speak to those people one-to-one, and create that relationship. That way, moving forward, they feel they've got your support, and you can push them towards, what they have to do to get signed in, get started as quickly as possible, and get them connected to their coach. And the coaching in the Super Affiliate Marketing, Super Affiliate Network, is an incredibly powerful tool as well. It's an incredibly powerful thing that you can offer to people, because I think, especially if you are already an affiliate marketer in other programs, it's something that can be very, very lacking. And and, you know, having that one-on-one coaching. Jean-Pierre's my coach. I'm incredibly lucky to have him. And he, you know, he will talk you through, as well as the other guys. They will help you through the system. They will help you through any technical issues that you're having. And as well as the coaches, then the guys who you sign up, they've also got you. They've got that one-to-one contact, so they feel they can come to you as well. And it's something that's very, very much encouraged, and it gives you that kind of family feeling. And I would say that's probably my number 6 point, is to create that situation where people can talk to you, because you know you're in relationship building, and what you want to encourage is that those people who are connecting with you, that they do the same with the people that they recruit as well, because yeah, it's just that relationship building.
I think I want to interject on that is, you know, I've been in the profession that I'm in for a really long time, and I have to back you up on that. It is completely about the relationship. It has absolutely nothing to do with the product. It's totally the relationship with that. And if you build that relationship, and if you have a lot of conviction in it, then it's going to lead the people right. They're going to follow you.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I think the thing that's unique about the Super Affiliate Network is that it does generate sales. Do you know, it does generate business for you in a very short period of time. And I think when you can have that much faith in a system, it makes it so easy to talk about. It makes it so easy to promote to other people. You know, it's got this great coaching system. It's got these great done-for-you systems. You know, the main things you hear about with marketers, online marketers, is it is that traffic generation. And when that's taken away from you and you haven't got that worry anymore, you know, you can do it yourself. There's nothing to stop you doing it yourself. But it's kind of this big weight lifted, and just seeing those leads come flying in, and yeah, and then you get in the sales as well. So, you know, sometimes you're getting the leads and the sales simultaneously, which is, it's just fantastic.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah. How's Misha doing over there?
He's struggling. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I know Misha was probably going to step in at this point and talk about, because we were going to talk about the one thing that has, you know, 10 times, 20 times my business. The one thing that I did that has really taken my business to the next level, and that has allowed me to really make a huge amount of money. And this is taking the pro option, and what this entitles you to, it's those high ticket commissions, the $1,000 commissions. But it's not just the $1,000 commissions. Misha has built in this incredible second tier that you get 20% of all sales on your second tier. So the guys you recruit and then they recruit, you get 20%. So when someone goes pro, you're getting $500 just for doing absolutely nothing. And I can tell you $3,000 of my income is just completely passive, and it was from that second tier commission that came in. And the value of going pro is absolutely incredible. And obviously I've had $1,000 commissions as well from the guys I've promoted, the guys I've recruited who have gone pro. And this one thing, I literally copied my entire commissions history and I put it into a spreadsheet so I could work out, I could give you an actual figure as to how much I would have made if I hadn't have gone pro, if I hadn't have got those $1,000 commissions, if I hadn't got that 20% on the second tier. And to date, my income is it's nearly 18,000 when I looked in my my commissions this morning. And when I took out all those pro commissions, when I took out all the second tier commissions, because you're only entitled to those when you go pro, my earnings would have only been $1,800.
So literally,
that it was literally $1,802 would have been my absolute income, and I think that's pretty significant. And I think that says a lot to people. The thing is, when you go pro, it's not just about the commissions. You get another level of training as well. And I would say the real value with what Misha teaches us is, where he gives us the traffic generation, but he teaches us how to follow up. He's giving us webinar training. He's giving us this email training, this email follow-up, and exactly how we should be following up on our list, because as Misha says, the money is in the list. And, having that follow-up, having the webinars, having the emails, that is what is converting. That is what is, bringing people into the system. And, I haven't had that in any other system before. And, right at the beginning of the training, we have to follow the super affiliate laws. It's one of the first things we have to watch. Law number one being, you have to follow laws 2 to 7 as your life depends on it. And it's absolutely true. Law 2 is to generate leads and build your list. Well, that's kind of taken care of within the super affiliate, and following up with your leads. The email follow-up, we're taught, is absolutely first class, and, it's absolutely fantastic. And mindset, we have to work on our mindset every single day. I personally, I'm an audio person. I listen to podcasts more than anything. Because I have 2 small children, sometimes sitting down with a book is either impossible or my eyes just end up closing and I fall asleep. So it's great, I can actually do my housework and listen to mindset stuff on my headphones, which is really awesome. And the 5th one, which is position yourself to earn big. And this is exactly where we come in with the Going Pro. And this is the one step, as I said, that I took that has really boosted my business in a huge way. Number 6, invest in yourself. I can tell you guys, there's no better way to invest in yourself than joining the Super Affiliate Network. I can't even believe how it's transformed my life, how it's transformed everything, really. I never dreamt in a million years I'd make 5 figures in 1 month. Never. It just seemed impossible to me, It really seemed impossible. But when the momentum started, with that traffic co-op, it's just not stopped and it's carried on. And, I'm still getting sales from my list. I'm getting sales through Facebook. It's an amazing system. And what was the last law? Yes, attend live events. Well, here I am at 2 a.m. So I guess that's commitment for you.
Kind of elaborate. So you're still picking up steam.
Absolutely. The momentum is still going. I'm going to Maui now. This is kind of the 3rd level. And I know, Jean-Pierre, you called me when I kind of hit the 10,000 mark and said to me, Karen, you've got to come to Maui.
Yeah, because I knew that you hadn't been paid out those commissions and it would be much easier for you to take that next step.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I have to say, I really didn't have the cash to do that. But yeah, like you said, well, the money's in your commission. Are you coming? I was like, yeah, okay, let's do this. So I'm very, very excited about going to Maui. I know Misha is going to go through our businesses with a fine-tooth comb. He's going to, help us with our website stuff, with the emails, just with every aspect, with doing webinars, and so on. Fill in anything I'm missing here, Jean-Pierre.
I don't want to spoil it for Maui, but you can see the return on investment that you got for spending a mere $2,500. And you literally created a 6-figure business in less than 30 days.
Yeah.
And it's just growing from there. Like $0 to $120,000 a year is a big jump. And making 4 times the investment and spending 10 grand at Maui, or to go to Maui to work basically one-on-one with Misha for 5 days straight. Well, 3 consecutive days and then 2 fun days, but you can still pick his brain on the way. And you can just imagine the kind of ROI you're going to get from that. Like the idea is to double, to triple, as long as you're implementing everything that Misha says, because it solely rests on your shoulders. We give you the data and we do it with you while you're there, but continuing to do it afterwards is the idea of taking you from $120,000 a year to $240 and then $360. And it's a really reasonable number to hit because $300,000 is not a lot of money. And it's really easy to hit those numbers every year. You just have to get out of that scarcity mindset that there's not enough to go around, because there is a ton of money out there and there is no shortage of it, especially not in US dollars, which is what we're operating in. And the only way to go is just to follow the system. Just follow the system, follow the system, follow the system. Listen to exactly what Misha says, and then follow your coach's lead. Whether I'm your coach, which I see a lot of the people on here are my students, or it's Mo, or it's Scott, or it's Miguel, or it's Dan. All of them are phenomenal coaches, and you just listen to exactly what they say and follow their lead, because they follow the system too. And so do Karen, and so do Ace and Rich, and Zane, and everybody on here. You follow the system, you will get results. Don't get discouraged, just stay focused, even if you don't make the same results within the first 30 days like Karen did. Just duplicate the system over and over and over again, and you're going to get there. And I speak from that experience too.
Yeah.
So what I do want to do is I just want to bring some people on the call. So I'm going to start, unless you want to add something to that, Karen, and then I can bring somebody on.
No, just to echo what you're saying, just take massive action on everything you learn. I mean, I've made my investment back. I've never had a return on investment before, and I've done that, and then some. So just take action, guys. Just follow through on everything, and just take massive action.
Yeah, that's really, really true. Okay, so I'm staring at this list in alphabetical order of all of our attendees, and who's at the top? Ace and Rich. So you two, I would love to bring you two on because you have a ton of value to provide. So I'm going to unmute you in 3, 2, 1. Ace and Rich, are you there? I know you guys are on the call. You guys have to unmute your microphone.
Okay. I was looking for that button.
There you go. The infamous.
Yeah, we're here, Jean-Pierre. When you call us out, we're here, man.
Yeah, I know it. So, I don't want anyone else, like right below Ace and Rich, if your name starts with an A, to get scared, like I'm going to bring you on. We don't have time to bring everyone on. But I did just want to call out Ace and Rich because they have duplicated the system. They've added some extra skills to the repertoire, and they duplicate the system over and over again. And their success is solely attributed to having a working funnel in the super affiliate network and just doing what Misha says and getting really, really good at what Misha says. So if you guys would care to share with the people on here what you're doing, I would love that.
Absolutely. And, before we get into that, I just want to say, Karen, you did a wonderful job this evening. You are an absolute gem.
She's a rock star.
You are a total rock star, girl. You're hot.
Thank you.
We're so proud of you, hon. We are so proud of your debut tonight. And, we're looking forward to seeing you in Maui as well,
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, everybody, that's exactly how this system is designed. It's designed for people like us who have been struggling in the industry for many years. And those of us who actually are looking for something to sink our teeth into, this would be the actual vehicle. This is the opportunity that you've been searching for all your life. Because I'll tell you, if I had this back then, I would be absolutely further ahead. But you know what? This is the time now. And Rich, my partner, and I, we have struggled for many, many years in trying to find, the right things to do to get leads and how to get conversions and all this stuff.
Yeah, trying to crack the internet code, you know what I mean? It's just been a pain in the butt. But the problem is like a lot of systems always missing a piece of the puzzle, right? You guys ever get that feeling? something's always missing. Well,
Yeah.
one thing I could tell you is what Karen said earlier. We got the traffic. We got the lessons on conversions. We got all those elements in place that put the jigsaw puzzle together. And that's the thing. When you don't have these elements in place, that's what will keep you struggling in this industry. We've had great success, thanks to Misha's system, the coaching. You can't do without the coaching. It's just everything is put together a certain way for a certain reason to help you have success quickly. So you want to know what we're doing? Let's talk about what we're doing.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
We do everything. No. We basically, we follow the system. We do solo ads. We learn a lot through Misha's training in solo ads. And we also, do our own thing. We do blogging and we do video marketing. Because like Karen said, video is so important. So when you put yourself out there on video, people actually can resonate with you. It's the best thing being next to someone in person. Okay. It's very, very powerful. It's been helping us out dramatically, but, also, the connecting with Skype is important too. So when we reach out to somebody and they're communicating with us, we like to put them out on Skype as well, because when you communicate with somebody one-on-one, it becomes a little bit more of an intimate conversation. And that's what you want, because then the trust factor could be built, right? They can find out who you really are when you're connecting with them. And, social media, even though it's great to connect and everything, it's very busy, it's very noisy. A lot of stuff is going on, so we could pull them away,
Right.
and that way we can be very clear and focused on that conversation. So that's been really a big part of our success, is connecting with people on Skype from social medias and different communities and stuff like that.
I've been connecting with people on Facebook. Sometimes one of the major contributors to us getting a lot of sales is also communicating with people on Facebook who approach us. I've actually been pretty good at that, where people actually approach me with their opportunity and then I end up flipping them, because let's face it, what they're doing is amateur marketing. And I find them making these mistakes. I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you marketing this way? Who's teaching you? You need to get coached now. Don't be sitting there trying to approach every person online to see if you can get a sale. I can show you the way if you allow me to. And so what I do is I call this permission-based marketing. Totally different, where I basically ask them for permission first, and I say, with your permission, in the chat box, I'll say, hey, let me show you what I'm doing. And they are so reluctant to see what I'm doing. And I'll go, take a look at my fan page. And then when I drive them to my fan page, they see all my success. Like Karen said, she shared all her pictures and screenshots of her success. Guys, when people look at that and they see that, they're going to be like, can I do that? And they believe the possibility that it's happening for them. And then that's what intrigues them. It piques their interest. And that's when they start digging you up and start looking you out. And then they go to your sales page and then they sign up.
Well, the thing about it is people have been trying different systems out there, and they've been failing and struggling, and it gets very frustrating after a while. And then when you see Karen or us and other leaders are out there, they're sharing their success, like Karen said, social proof is very important. So when you put it out there, people see like, wow, this is real. These guys are not joking around. This is, really happening for them. I want to find out how they're doing it. And that's what it's all about. And one thing I want to add as well, never in my life I've been part of a community that everybody chips in together to help each other grow, which is really important. All the communities I've been a part of, it seemed like, you always feel like you're alone and you're like drifting and you're kind of swimming out in the ocean and there's nobody really throwing you a life raft, But with the Super Affiliate Network community, what I've noticed as far as the biggest difference is everybody's there to lift everybody up. And that's the way it should be in the first place.
Exactly. And I love the support and the family atmosphere. A lot of companies I was a part of, they didn't have that. They had a real strong competitive edge and that competition type of feel. And I just felt like, wow, I don't know how I'm going to beat these guys, And I'm sure you guys can relate to that. But then with Super Affiliate Network, I love the fact that I can get up in the morning and wish a good morning to all the people in the company and just say, hey, guys, don't forget, do what you got to do this week. Stay pumped, stay focused. Like I'm motivating and inspiring everybody with, just to stay focused and give them that support, because every sale that comes in, every first sale, every $1, every $37, we celebrate that, man. And that's what really drives.
That drives us. That's what really drives us. When we see other people have sales, it really drives us to even just do even better, right?
Absolutely.
Because we get very excited when we see other people, celebrate their success. It makes us celebrate success. It's kind of funny. I'm always like, taking out a beer for everybody and celebrating and stuff like that. So it gets very exciting to see other people grow as well. That's what it's all about, guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I am back on. Are you there?
Hey, welcome back.
Okay, let me figure out what is going on. Murphy's Law here. You're not an internet marketer until you hold a webinar and the webinar platform crashes mid-conversation. Your phone won't stop ringing when you leave and go to a different house. Give me one sec.
I love this.
All right, can you see my screen?
Hey, Misha, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here now.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. We got 69 people still on here with us live. Guys, I'm back on. I'm sorry I couldn't take notes like I was up here going ahead and beginning to. I think Karen brought a ton of value. She told me what she was going to go ahead and share with me before we went ahead and had the webinar. Let me know with a quick yes. Did you get value out of Karen's content? Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box over to the right. Let me know with a quick yes that you got value out of the content. All right. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, chime in. Let me know. Did Ace and Rich bring value? Did they bring value as they always bring value? I see a lot of similar names. I see a lot of new people. Awesome. Ton of value brought, ton of value brought, ton of value brought. Awesome. This is Linda. Good to see you, Linda. Great job. Evan, you're wanting to go hustle. That's what I like to hear. All right, so the verdict is in. You guys more or less rocked it. So a lot of you are already members here at the Super Affiliate Network. Some of you aren't, and you might be wondering, how can I use this to get results right now? That you've heard about Karen's success, you've seen my success, you're sitting at your computer listening to this webinar right now, and you're wondering, how can I use this information in order to go ahead and start to see results in my own business? So let me know with a quick yes in the comments box over to the right if you're okay with me going ahead and sharing a resource that will allow you to go ahead and shortcut the learning curve, take almost every single hurdle out of the equation in you having success online, allow you to go from, very beginner internet marketer to your first $10,000 month maybe, just like Karen did, your first $12,000 month, maybe just like Ace and Rich did, $170 a day in just 12 weeks, like John Pierre did. Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box over to the right if you're right with me going ahead and sharing with you a little resource that will help you to speed up the process times 10. Cool. Yes, yes, hell yes, oh yes, definitely. Cool, cool, cool. Thank you guys. Awesome. Thank you for all of the interaction. So guys, introducing the Super Affiliate Network. Now, what the Super Affiliate Network is, it's more or less a franchise model business where everything's set up and done for you, ready to go. You get done for you daily emails, done for you multiple conversion points, different sales funnels, done for you email follow-up, phone follow-up, all optimized to a hilt by a team of 6, multiple 6, and 7-figure earners. Now, here's the deal, guys. I do a lot of these webinars. I speak on stage a lot. This was a little bit different than most of the webinars I usually do, but there's always the same common problems I hear over and over and over again. People say they don't have any time. They don't have any technical experience. They're, constantly overwhelmed. There's no real guidance or roadmap to their success online. And that's why I created the Super Affiliate Network, all right, to get anybody started online and to take all of the hurdles that they have to go ahead and jump over out of the equation to them going ahead and being successful with online marketing. The systems are in place to keep you out of overwhelm and get you into results mode as quickly as humanly possible, really because it's a done-for-you system, all right? So system stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. And with the Super Affiliate Network, all the roadblocks are taken out of the equation. People think they're a little bit older and they don't understand the technical aspects of the business. Well, with the Super Affiliate Network, you don't need to because everything's 100% done for you. Even the traffic is taken care of, just like Karen went ahead and shared here today on the webinar. People also think think you need a lot of startup capital to go ahead and run a successful online business. And the truth is, usually going ahead and getting a business off the ground, it does take a lot of startup capital. But if you compare it to a Subway or a McDonald's or a Starbucks or a 7-Eleven, that type of franchise that literally costs you hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to go ahead and get off the ground, literally you can get started at just a fraction of the price with all the various systems in place that are equally as powerful, just like all of those other businesses. People also think that they need a lot of time to sink into their business. Well, with a done-for-you system, you don't need a lot of time to sink into your business because 95% of all of the hard work is 100% done for you. You don't even need to be an expert salesman or saleswoman because, like I'm going ahead and doing right now, I'll do all the selling. My coaches will do all the follow-up for you. The emails that I send every single day will go ahead and monetize your leads, and then my phone sales team will go ahead and take over from there. Now, here's the deal, guys. I don't know what drives you. I don't know whether it's money. I don't know whether it's a better lifestyle, more time with your family and your friends. I don't know whether it's that nice new home that you've had in the back of your mind. I don't know whether it's that flashy new sports car, but I do know that the Super Affiliate Network is by far the fastest way for you to go ahead and get there. So guys, just to go ahead and remind you, when you stay on this webinar until the very end, you're going to get my top 20 proven convert solo ad providers that single-handedly allowed me to hit 6 figures by the age of just 24. Now, these are literally my most reliable traffic sources. Each source has produced sales like clockwork over and over and over again every single time I've purchased from them. And these will allow you to go ahead and be profitable in building your list, your single most valuable asset as an online marketer. So when you stay until the very end of this webinar, you're going to get that resource 100% free. So who is this system good for, the Super Affiliate Network? Well, it doesn't matter whether you're brand new, a veteran, young, old, retired, this system flat out works. It doesn't matter if you know nothing about technology. All the technical technology is taken out of the equation and done for you. This system will take all of that work out of the equation and go ahead and give you a streamlined process to get your business off the ground. It doesn't matter if you're working full-time or part-time. Literally with the systems, if you put in 40 hours a week, you'll see an awesome result. You can make easily $5,000 to $10,000 a month with just a couple of hours of work every single day. It doesn't matter whether you have, 4 hours or 40 hours a week, like I just went ahead and talked about. The benefits and the features. The truth is that with this type of system, when you tap into one of these systems, you'll have more time and money, you'll have more freedom, and of course, you'll be tapping into a proven, done-for-you system, which will of course lead to more financial freedom and more time freedom. You'll actually get your life back based on the fact that 95% of all of the hard work is done for you. So here's exactly what you get, and I just want to go ahead and briefly describe what you'll get when you say yes today. You'll get access to the Super Affiliate Network's Profit Boosting Bootcamp. This will teach you internet marketing A to Z. So if you're struggling to get traffic, generate leads, make sales, or follow up effectively, this bootcamp is for you and will get you into quantifiable growth mode as quickly as humanly possible. I wish I would have had this bootcamp, just like Ace and Rich said, just like Karen said, when I first got started, because it's designed to go ahead and show you everything from beginner to advanced and do it in a very systematic, concise way that keeps you out of overwhelm and gets you into results mode as quickly as humanly possible. Next, you'll get done for you capture pages, sales pages, and multiple products to promote, ranging all the way from a $33 commission all the way up to a big $3,000 commission, plus done for you multi-channel follow-up. We'll go ahead, we'll write the emails, we'll make the phone calls, we'll host the webinars, just like this one right now. You go ahead, generate the leads. You can even go ahead and tap into our done for you traffic resource, like I'll share with you later on this webinar today, and have us drive all of your traffic 100% done for you. You're also going to get my done-for-you phone sales team that'll go ahead and call back all of your new customers and close your customers into big, high-ticket $1,000 and $3,000 commissions on the back end. So as Karen, I think, went ahead and talked about, based on the fact that she went ahead and told me what she was going to share earlier on this webinar, earlier today, she talked about the importance of being positioned at pro and earning those $1,000 commissions and the difference between what she would have made as a pro member and being a basic or an annual member, right? Well, what she didn't tell you, or maybe she did, I'm not sure, my internet went out, The truth is that my phone sales team, my coaches, they're going to take care of all of the follow-up for you when it comes to actually closing those sales. So not only do you get the ability to go ahead and earn those $1,000 and $3,000 commissions on the back end, but my phone sales team and my coaches will actually call back and walk your leads through a very systematic process that will equate to $1,000 and $3,000 commissions without you doing any extra work. Of course, you're going to get access to high-ticket offers to promote. Once again, 80% of all of your profits will be made through high-ticket offers, just like Karen, I'm pretty sure, went ahead and shared just a little while ago in regards to the difference between what she would have made promoting high-ticket offers and not promoting high-ticket offers. Literally 80% of all of my profits in my business come from high-ticket sales. Your business is the exact same thing. With the Super Affiliate Network, you're going to get done-for-you high-ticket offers to promote and a done-for-you phone sales team to go ahead and call back all of your leads and close them into back-end offers. Last but certainly not least, you're going to get your freedom back. With all the done-for-you services, with the done-for-you emails, the done-for-you multi-channel follow-up, the done-for-you webinars, the done-for-you offer creation, all the various offers for you to go ahead and promote, everything 95% and done for you, you're going to get your life back. Not only will you make more money, not only will you work fewer hours, but you'll also have more time freedom, a more abundant lifestyle, more time with your family and friends, and just an overall better experience in your life, plus ongoing help. So if you get stuck on the details, if there's a couple things you don't really understand, every single week, Ace and Rich, awesome leaders in our community, you went ahead and heard from them today impromptu on this webinar. They actually go ahead and host weekly inner circle calls for all of our members and go ahead and help them with anything that may be going ahead and stopping them from progressing in their online journey. So that brings the total real world value, or now you're getting the Super Affiliate Network Profit Boosting Bootcamp, real world value of $997. Done for you capture pages, sales pages, multiple products to promote for 100% commissions, ranging from a $33 commission all the way up to a $3,000 commission, a $997 real world value. You're going to get a done-for-you phone sales team that will call your leads and close them for you into high-ticket offers, earning you big $3,000 plus commissions on the back end. That's a real-world value of $9,997. You're going to get done-for-you multi-channel follow-up, a real-world value of $997. We write the emails, we host the webinars, we make the phone calls, you keep the commissions when we make the sales. You're going to get weekly member-only inner circle training, a real-world value of $997. So whatever might go ahead and keep you stuck in your journey, we'll be able to help you go ahead and overcome those hurdles in a very systematic, predictable way every single week with our inner circle coaching calls. And that brings us the total real-world value up to $13,985. Now, here's what I did. I looked at the Super Affiliate Network. I was happy with what I had put together. I was happy with all the various resources that I was giving people. I knew it would go ahead and change people's lives, but I looked at, what's missing? What's missing from the Super Affiliate Network? And that's what you're going to get today when you go ahead and take action as bonuses. So when you go ahead and get started with the Super Affiliate Network here today, you're going to get personal one-on-one coaching to keep you out of overwhelm and get you into quantifiable growth mode with your business as quickly as humanly possible. Literally, we talked earlier about the one thing every 6, 7, and 8-figure earner has in common that you don't. It's personal one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching from a mentor who is where you're trying to go ahead and get to be. So in life, you can go ahead and either try to do it all yourself, reinvent the wheel, or you can simply find someone who has what you want and do what they do in order to go ahead and get what they've got. With personal one-on-one coaching, we'll go ahead and give you someone who has what you want, success in the online world, and they'll help you through every step of your journey in the online world. Next, you're going to get access to the Super Affiliate Agency Inner Circle Traffic Co-op. Now, Karen went ahead and talked about the value of this earlier. Traffic is not the easiest thing to figure out. Getting eyeballs to your website, getting leads generated, building your list, it's not the easiest thing to figure out. People think that traffic, it's kind of, it's one of those things where if you get really good at it, you can make a ton of money, but very few people get good at it because it's a little bit tricky. Now, with my done-for-you Inner Circle Traffic Co-op, I'm going to take all the guesswork out of the equation and you going ahead and running traffic. And I'm going to run your traffic at wholesale prices, go out and get the best quality traffic on the internet, bring it back to you with a bigger advertising budget. All of us go ahead and pitch in to go ahead and buy shares of the traffic co-op. That allows me to go ahead and get the cheapest clicks on the internet, the most high quality clicks at the cheapest prices, I should say, and bring them back to you in order for you to go ahead and build your list. All right, that's a real world value conservatively of $1,997. I've wasted tens of thousands of dollars on traffic generation campaigns. This will streamline that process and allow you to get the highest quality traffic to your websites starting as soon as tomorrow. And in case you're wondering, is this traffic quality? Well, the two opportunities that I was a top earner in, this is the exact traffic that I used to go ahead and produce the sales that I did in those opportunities. Here's undeniable proof that I was a top earner in both of those opportunities. That traffic is 100% done for you. But not only do we want to give you the done for you services, we also want you to go ahead and increase your own skill sets. Go ahead and increase your value to the world. Because the only way you create long-lasting, sustainable success is to go ahead and bring your own unique value to the world. And I'm actually going to go ahead and give you my Solo Ad Success Formula traffic generation course that will teach you how to get the highest quality traffic on the internet to your website over and over and over again, traffic that not only converts into leads and builds an email list, but also goes ahead and converts into sales and brings people into whatever opportunity you're going ahead and promoting. I sell this course for $197 every single day. It's yours free as a bonus when you go ahead and get started with the Super Affiliate Network here today. Now, that brings the total real-world value up to $26,176 because now you're getting the Super Affiliate Network Profit Boosting Bootcamp, done for you capture pages, sales pages, multiple products promote for 100% commissions, a done-for-you phone sales team that will call back your leads and close them for you into high-ticket offers, done-for-you multi-channel follow-up, weekly inner circle training, personal one-on-one coaching to keep you out of overwhelm and into profit mode, insider access to my traffic co-op, and access to my Solo Ad Success Formula home study course. Now, guys, let me ask you a question. Let me know in the comments box real quick, if all this did for you was allow you to quit your job, would it be worth the $26,176? If all this did for you was allow you to make $10,000 a month, if you invested $26,000 one time in order to go ahead and make $10,000 every single month, would it be worth it? Would it be more worth it if it just gave you, would it be worth it, if it just gave you 2 to 3 hours extra every single day with your loved ones, with your kids, with your spouse, etc.? Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it if it just allowed you to go ahead and silence the naysayers who go ahead and constantly tear down your efforts when trying to go ahead and build your online business? Let me know with a quick yes in the comments box and right. Would it be worth it? Absolutely, yes, just about, yes, totally, totally, hell yes, awesome, thank you guys for the engagement, yes, 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 getting a bunch of yeses, awesome. So here's the deal, guys, the good news for you is we're not going to be charging $26,176, we're not even going to be charging $4,997. So here's the deal. When I created the Super Affiliate Network, it was created based on the fact that I was earning a lot of money with different opportunities, but my team members weren't seeing any levels of success. My team members weren't being able to duplicate my success. They weren't being able to see sales like I was. They weren't being able to go ahead and get visitors to their website like I was. And it was really a solution to a problem that I saw in the marketplace where I could go ahead and drive sales. I could go ahead and put food on the table with my own efforts, but I couldn't go ahead and show my teammates how to do the same because I couldn't do a lot of the work for them. So it was created in order to go ahead and give the newest entrepreneur just going ahead and coming into the online world a chance by removing those hurdles like I talked about earlier. And the truth is, if we made it a $4,997 course, well, the truth is, you know, that would be a hurdle in of itself. So we crossed that price tag off and we came to $3,997. But once again, that was the same problem. I mean, it would be a completely and totally huge steal at $3,997, but it would be the exact same problem. So we crossed that price tag off. We came to $2,997, and this is actually what it was at for quite a while when we were going ahead and launching to the marketplace. I went ahead and actually created a webinar just like this one. I actually automated the webinar. I did a bunch of cool stuff when it came to marketing, but I talked with a mentor of mine that I was actually speaking with in regards to going ahead and getting it off the ground. He said, you know, just make a membership available for people to get their hands on where they can absolutely go ahead and get started if they're just willing to go ahead and get a little bit resourceful. Yes, it's worth $3,000, but some people can't come up with $3,000 even in a time of limited resources. And he told me, make that membership available, because when you do, you'll have a bunch of goodwill built in the industry. You'll change people's lives. You'll have more case studies. You'll have more social proof. You'll have more testimonials. And so what we did is we crossed off $2,997, and we decided to make it available for either just 3 payments of $133, or you can pay in full today for just 1 payment of $297. So what I want you to do is go ahead and go to the superaffiliatenetwork.com/go, and you'll see a website that looks just like this. Just go ahead and click that orange button right there. It'll take you over to an order form, and go ahead and get started. Now, when you do, once you go ahead and click that button, head over to that order form, fill out that order form, and get started, it will actually take you to a membership back office that looks something like this. And what you'll see in this membership back office, if my internet likes to go ahead and work here, log in. My cookies have been cleared based on the fact that I had to leave mid-webinar. But when you go ahead and come to the members back office, you'll see a page that looks something just like this. So you'll go ahead and be able to complete your Fast Start guide here. Go ahead and set up your account, join the community, get in contact with your coach, and then, of course, register for the Inner Circle coaching calls. And then you'll see the Profit Boosting Bootcamp right up here. Now, week number 1 is really all built in order to go ahead and let you know what you need to have in place foundationally in order to go ahead and be profitable with your online business. Everything from what you need to have in place in your sales funnel, what does what in your sales funnel, how to go ahead and create profits on advertising campaigns, the systems you need set up in order to go ahead and spend $1 and then make $2 back while simultaneously building your list. Then week 2 is all about traffic generation, solo ads specifically, but I teach you everything I know when it comes to traffic generation so you can go out and get the highest quality targeted leads to your website, build your list, and go ahead and do so at a profit. Then week 3 is really all about how to follow up like a pro, how to go ahead and position yourself as the leader and the authority, how to go ahead and stand out in the marketplace and create expert positioning, and go ahead and do so in a very systematic, very repeatable fashion that you can implement on a daily basis with a simple daily routine that when you go ahead and implement will have a compounding effect in your business over a long period of time, thus going ahead and increasing your sales, increasing your marketplace positioning, going ahead setting you up as a leader and an authority, and setting you up for effortless profits moving down the road. That's what you're going to learn in days 15 through 21. So guys, if you want to get more traffic, generate more leads, make more sales, follow up like a pro, and make more sales to existing customers in order to finally build a business that frees up your time to live a lifestyle that you truly deserve, in order to finally silence your family and friends that are telling you to quit your online business, that it'll never go ahead and work out, to just go ahead and build a business that actually gives back and serves people on a huge level. And, last but certainly not least, to just have more time freedom to go ahead and spend with your friends, your family, your loved ones, true freedom, both financially and time bound, to be able to do what you want, when you want, not look at price tags, not go ahead and second guess, will my card go through, trying to go ahead and purchase whatever you're looking to go ahead and buy. If you want just true freedom, then you're the exact person that I went ahead and designed the Super Affiliate Network system and coaching program for, and it absolutely is for you. So go ahead and head over to the superaffiliatenetwork.com/go and get started right now today. And when you do, you'll actually get my better than money back guarantee. Now, this is where I actually guarantee that you'll make at least 2 times your investment back within the first year of being a member and implementing everything I teach you in a consistent manner, or I'll fully refund all of your money, let you keep your membership, and send you $250 just for wasting your time. That's how much I believe in the training, in the various processes that I teach you within the Profit Boosting Bootcamp, in what my coaches, my personal coaches, can do for you in getting you out of overwhelm and into growth mode, and what all of my done-for-you services can do for you. I'm willing to go ahead and put my own hard-earned money on the table to go ahead and prove to you that this system will work. So go ahead, take me up on this offer. You have literally nothing to lose and everything to gain. Go over to the superaffiliatenetwork.com/go and get started right now today. Now, here's the deal. You have two choices. We had two choices. The first choice was to go as cheap as possible and sell as many of these as we could, right? And the truth is that wouldn't really incentivize me to go ahead and stack the value like I have with the Super Affiliate Network. My second option was to go ahead and require a little bit of a higher investment, but in exchange, I could devote more of my resources, personal coaching, and actually guarantee your success like I do if you just go ahead and implement everything I go ahead and teach you with my training, right? Now you have two choices. You can either do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, or you can pony up with a small investment today compared to all the value that you'll get in return and just give it a shot. If it works, great. If not, just ask for your money back and you'll get it plus $250. I'm taking on all the risk in the equation between you and I working together. So having said that, head over to the superaffiliatenetwork.com/go and get started right now today. And when you do, I'm actually going to throw in one more additional bonus. This is my Push Button Profits email swipe file. Now, this is a swipe file of the 100 most responsive emails that I've ever sent to my list. These are emails about build goodwill and make sales simultaneously. Literally, the most powerful art form you can have at your fingertips as a marketer is to be able to go ahead and sit down, write up an email, send it out to your list, and sit back and watch sales roll in. That's what these emails went ahead and did for me. I'm going to go ahead